Hey y'all, welcome back to Black Desiderium. Today we'll be discussing Girlfriends Season 2, Episode 13, Sister Sister. The episode starts off with Lynn preparing for her two sisters, Hillary and Tanya, to come visit her. The girls are looking at Lynn like, why are you so jumpy? Why are you tripping? What's wrong? She's like, this is important because this is my gotcha day, which is when the day that she was adopted into their family. Lynn is telling the girls about her sisters, but you could tell that she's kind of reluctant when she's talking about Tanya. And that's like a warning sign. All of the ladies is like, what's wrong with Tanya? What's going on? What are you not telling us about your sister? Lynn tries to play it off like, oh, it's nothing, but she continues to try to coach the girls and prepare them for her sister Tanya without saying what the exact issue is. Tanya walks in with a head wrap, a black scent, and an attitude to match. She sounds like she just left her AAVE class.
Girl, your braids are tight. Who hooked you up?
Girl, I need to do something with this mess on my head, because I can't have these LA brothers see me look all toe up.
Homegirl was doing way too much, and Lynn could sense that. She took her sister to the back room, and that's when the girls gathered around and talked about how they felt about it. Maya was like, I don't have a problem with it, you know, she's a wigger. And Tony was like, a what? Like, what are you talking about? And Maya was just like, it's, you know, I'm used to white people that want to be black. And Tony was not feeling it at all. She was like, I just don't like that. I don't like that type of stereotypical attitude. Tony said, I don't even like when black people act black. And of course, Joan was like, what is acting black? Which, you know, through the social media years, we have had that discussion millions of times. I've seen that. What is acting black? There's no such thing. Black, you can't act black or whatever. But we all know when somebody says acting black, what they mean. During dinner, Maya applauds Tanya for cooking soul food, saying how her cornbread tastes good, chicken, all of that stuff. And Tanya is just eating it up and continuing with her sister girl talk. Tanya is acting like she knows way more about black culture than the black people that's sitting right in front of her. And Tony is sick of it. You know, she walks over to Tanya and tells her, I cannot take it anymore. You are not black. Stop the act. Just stop. And Tanya's comeback is that, oh, you have white people hair stitched in your head. Joan steps up and says, actually, let me correct you. That's not white people hair. That might be Korean or something else, but it's definitely not white people hair. Moment of silence for this JPG top Tony is rocking. And Joan says, I know you're not talking with that do-rag on your head. And Lynn ends up jumping in between them and telling everybody to chill out. Joan tells Tanya, just be yourself. You don't have to do all of this. Come in here cooking soul food and got your neck rolling for us to accept you. Just be yourself. And Tanya tells Joan that she's blacker than Joan and Tony put together will ever be, which is laughable to me. But Maya and Lynn continue to take up for Tanya, and Joan ends up kicking her out of her house.
Sister, you're an not an
Joan is at the office telling William about all the drama that went down last night, and William is just stunned. He's like, wow, a white woman told you that you're not black enough? This is backwards to me. Lynn runs into Joan's office and begs her to come to her gotcha party. And Joan's like, no, if Tanya's going, I'm not going. And Lynn continues to beg. That's when Joan say, okay, just tell her to come earlier and then I'll come when she leaves. So Joan is like, okay, she agrees. Then she goes over to Maya's cousin hair shop, Situations, in the hood, Crenshaw to be exact. And of course, Tanya's in there getting some straight back cornrows. Lynn goes in there and begs her to come to her gotcha party. And Tanya says, I'm not changing who I am for nobody. And I'm your sister, not Joan. Just as they were in the middle of the conversation, Maya tells Peaches to turn the radio up because that was her song was playing. And it was H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy by Jay-Z. So her and Tanya get up, Maya and Tanya get up and start dancing. They having a good time until Tanya start rapping them hardcore rap lyrics with the N-word included. Once Tanya said that, the music stopped. Everybody at the shop that was just giving her a high five and loving her, they was all turned off. They was like, oh no, no ma'am. Maya, that was your girl just a second ago, but now she said that and now you are shocked and appalled. Now everybody in the shop is like, oh no, you need to get her. Lynn apologizes and grabs her sister and drags her out of the hair shop. she tells her, you doing too much. You doing too much. That's highly offensive. And the sister's like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's not like I called anybody that. I was singing a song. And that's a part of hip hop. That's a part of black culture. I don't see the problem. And Lynn became really upset with her. She tells her, you don't understand and you never will understand the hurt behind that word. To you, it's just a trend and it's just something fun to say. But to me, that's real life.
Everybody's tripping. It's not like I called anybody a nigger. I said nigger. Just stop.
Lynn tells Tanya, you're not black. And Tanya's like, you're not black either. 2 years ago, you was just a biracial grunge girl. And a few years before that, you was a white preppy girl. And Lynn is like, I don't care however you see me, I'm still black, I'm still biracial. And that word that you use is offensive. You should never use that word. So they end off things on a bad note. Lynn tells Tanya to find a hotel because she will not be staying at Joan's house with her. Back at Joan's house, Lynn and Maya are telling Tony and Joan about what happened at the salon. And Tony is like, the proof is in the pudding. I've been told y'all that. I mean, I read straight through her. All she thinks of black people is that we're stereotypical attitude, neck rolling, finger pointing type of stuff. And that's what she emulates. Maya is sitting there looking so sad and heartbroken, talking about she's been bamboozled. Girl, boo, you ain't been bamboozled. You knew the attitude she was giving. Joan asks Lynn where her sister is, and Lynn tells her that she's not worried about Tanya. Joan tells Lynn to work it out with her sister, and you know, that's your sister regardless of everything. Work it out. We see Tanya strolling to Lynn's job with their other white sister, Hillary's outfit on, and she's like, is this what you want? Is this, you know, you like this better for me? Lynn and Tanya sit down and apologize to each other. Tanya admits that she started this black sin and black attitude once Lynn was adopted into their family. She said that because they were raised in an all-white area, she wanted to make her sister feel comfortable, and their parents didn't teach her anything about black culture. Lynn tells Tanya that growing up, all she wanted to do was be white. She wanted to fit in with her surroundings. And she was shocked that Tanya said that she started this whole black attitude to make her feel comfortable. Tanya said that's how it started off, but as she was going further and further with it, she just learned to love it, and she loves black culture, black men, real cornbread, and all of this crazy stuff. And she said that's just her. Later on at the gotcha party, Tanya does a cheers to the day that Lynn was adopted into her family, and she apologizes to all the ladies. And the episode ends off on a good note. Everybody is happy and everybody's getting along. I always felt like this episode was weird, and it ended weird too. But as I'm watching all these episodes back, even when I was younger watching this, I didn't like the ending. I didn't like this episode. It was strange. And as I'm watching these episodes back, I just need to speak to the writers. Like, let me speak to the writers because I want to see the vision. I see it, but I just want to see what y'all was thinking, you know? Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did y'all like the ending? How did y'all feel about it? I know that we talk about cultural appropriation, you know, in social media years, but just let me know how y'all feel about this topic and how y'all feel about this episode and how they executed it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And thanks for watching.